customer service, done right, can be your company's single biggest competitive advantage. Welcome to the Customer Service Revolution. Join customer service authority and best-selling author John DiJulius as he interviews leaders who are revolutionizing their industries. This is more than a podcast, though. It's a movement. The Customer Service Revolution is a radical overthrow of conventional business mentality designed to transform what customers and employees experience. If you're a revolutionary customer service leader who's ready to stop competing on price and obsessed with building a brand that people cannot live without, this podcast is for you. Welcome to the Customer Service Revolution podcast. I'm Denise Thompson, managing partner of the DiJulius Group, and today, our Chief Revolution Officer and best-selling author, John DiJulius, will be sharing what you need to focus on to become the brand your customers can't live without, including focusing on micro moments, avoiding empathy fatigue, addressing the relationship deficit, training your employees on how to make an emotional connection on every interaction, utilizing relationship hacks, and justifying a relationship tax. Here he is, the host of the Customer Service Revolution podcast, John DiJulius.
Welcome, revolutionaries! This week, I am presenting on how you can be the brand your customers can't live without. However, first, let me share the opposite, probably the worst customer service story you've ever heard. This is Justin and Alexis, who were scheduled to get married until Alexis tragically died in an automobile accident a few months before their wedding. It appears the video company would not refund Justin when he obviously had to cancel. It gets worse. This is what the video company posted on what would have been their wedding day. Today would have been the day where we would have filmed Justin and Alexis's wedding. After what Justin pulled with the media stunt to try to shake us down for the refund, we hope you sob and cry all day for what would have been your wedding day. Sorry, not sorry. When is the best time to invest in your customer experience? 18 months ago. The second best time? Today. Now is the time to make your customer experience your single biggest competitive advantage. You and your company are either an experience that could be found cheaper somewhere else or one of the few businesses customers can't live without. In order to be the brand customers can't live without, you need to focus on the following. Focus on the micro moments. Avoid empathy fatigue. Address the relationship deficit. Train your employees on how to make an emotional connection on every interaction. Utilize relationship hacks and justify a relationship tax. Too many companies and employees think that if the results and outcomes are achieved, the customer will be happy. However, it is scientific proof that outcomes have least to do with customer loyalty. The order was accurate. My steak was prepared medium rare. My tooth no longer hurts. Those all better happen, but by themselves, results and outcomes are a commodity. Customer loyalty is a result of consistently delivering on the micro moments. At each touch point, when I call, email, check in, or need support, where your employee is knowledgeable, empathetic, present, patient, passionate about their job, easy to do business with, and willing to make it right. As Dave Murray shared last week, your customer service vision statement is a critical part in your employees being fanatical about providing a positive experience on every interaction. It is an action statement, a clear call to action of what each employee should intentionally achieve every time they interact with a customer. When we help companies craft their service vision statement, we focus on three primary questions. What do you want your customer to feel emotionally every time? No excuses. How do you want customers to describe their interaction with you? And how can we demonstrate that we care about our customers in every interaction? I want to share with you the DiJulius Group's customer service vision statement. Create moments that matter. It's simple, measurable, actionable, and trainable. We can achieve that even in the shortest of interactions, in an email response, short call, or meeting. The service vision statement is what we need to focus on doing every time. Create moments that matter. The pillars are how we do it. Know more, care more, give more. So the know more pillar is advise brilliantly, offer innovative solutions, anticipate their needs. The care more pillar is about building relationships, making an emotional connection, and focusing on their forward. And the give more pillar, the answer is yes. Whatever, whenever, surprise and delight. So make sure you create your customer service vision statement and the supporting pillars and constantly visit them with your team. Technology has made it easier for us to navigate through our busy lives, but it also erodes the fundamental elements of human connections. When communicating digitally, often it can lack a human touch, which creates a sterile transaction and lack of emotional connection. Today, we've been forced into a virtual world. It is adding to these unintended consequences, which we call a relationship deficit. As we've been forced to practice social distancing, people have realized how much they crave human connection. Not being able to dine with friends, see family members, or interact with coworkers has put a strain on their human spirit. That is why the businesses that create an emotional connection will dominate going forward. In the first business I started, John Roberts Spas, I have some hairstylists who are some of the most technically talented hairdressers on the planet. And I have some other ones that are pretty good, but technically don't hold a candle to the first group. Yet, some of the less technically talented hairstylists are completely booked out for weeks, even months, way more than the more talented ones. Why? Because of their relationship building skills.
Becoming the brand customers can't live without is a team effort. Want to get everyone on board and bought into becoming a world-class brand? Consider bringing John in live or virtually for a keynote or workshop. Email Claudia@thedijuliusgroup.com for more information.
I want to talk about empathy fatigue. Empathy fatigue usually occurs in industries that constantly deal with customers who have high emotional pain, like funeral homes, behavioral therapy, and oncology. However, with today's world, every business is dealing with customers who have high stress and anxiety, which results in our employees feeling emotionally and physically drained, leading to a diminished ability to empathize or feel compassion for others. This is why, as leaders, we have to constantly be helping our employees re-energize, rejuvenate, feel appreciated, and understand the critical role they play in their customer's day, which not only results in the customer feeling better, but the employee will be less likely to burn out. The number one best customer service we can provide is being a positive escape with every person we come in contact with. You have to create an emotional connection that is so engaging and compelling that the customer literally feels something afterwards. What drives today's customers are emotions and feelings, some of which can't be expressed in words and are triggered unconsciously. The most important element in a customer choosing who they buy from is how a brand makes them feel. Companies like Apple don't sell a product. They sell a brand that embodies a delicate mix of dreams and aspirations. That's why Apple ads don't show product features like memory, speed, or device weight. The commercials are designed to provide sensory stimulation. So how do you create an experience and train your employees to provide it? Examine every touch point in the customer journey to see if you've built in the feeling of cared for. It is all about finding the conversation gift. There is a gift in every conversation. If you look for it, you will see it. By now, most of you are familiar with Ford and probably have implemented it in your business. Now more than ever, focusing on Ford during conversations, especially virtually, is critical, and it is easy. This helps you find the conversation gift, professionally and personally. Now, every client we work with has easily customized their CRM system to add Ford fields to it. Something you check either before or during an interaction with a customer and update afterwards. I want to show you a fantastic best practice we use at the DiJulius Group, and many of our clients have started doing the same with great results. Even though we have the Ford fields in our CRM system, we strongly recommend that when you are at your computer, you use a Ford tablet. The Ford tablet has evolved and helps with prepping for a call. So now, for any scheduled calls or meetings I have on my calendar, I will do a little prep before the call, typically first thing in the morning. I will fill out what I already know from what I may remember, what we have in our CRM system, the city they live in, any Ford we've already documented, and their past purchase history. Here is previously where I was really weak, that this tablet has really helped me be more consistent. It reminds me to do some recon on LinkedIn for mutual connections we have and where they may have graduated from. Then, during the conversation, I just write down any additional information that comes up. Using this and paying attention, I always find the conversation gift that allows me to follow up with something. Many times, it could be a link to an article or video of a topic we discussed, an introduction I can make, or some great restaurant suggestions for their upcoming trip. It takes less than 30 seconds to do post-call. You can see the rest of the Ford tablet has space available for the business discussion and the business call to action. I actually love Zoom video calls. Video conferencing calls are so much better than the old traditional conference calls. This call was with someone I had never spoken to before. There was so much Ford in plain sight behind him. His diploma, how many kids he has, and his favorite sports team. This is the type of information that allows for an easy conversation gift follow-up. Many little investments in relationships are key to becoming the brand customers can't live without. I learned a great relationship hack from reading Adrienne Bankert's new book, Your Hidden Superpower, Kindness. In her book, she talks about taking a few minutes to video text people instead of just texting them and the power of it. So I tried it. And to my amazement, it was fast, easy, and the responses I got were incredible. Franco, I just want to tell you how much I enjoy working with you. Every meeting, you bring great energy, great attention to detail, and you keep your team focused. You make my job so much easier, and you're a key reason why your customer experience project is having such an impact. Thank you. Within seconds, this is what I got back from my clients.
John, thanks for the message. That actually gave me a little bit of extra motivation today to keep going. And not that I need any more, but it was definitely nice to send that message. It's great working with you and great partnering with you and the rest of the team. Let's have a great day. See you, John.
Let me ask you a question. What if your business started charging every customer an additional 5% relationship tax that was non-negotiable? This is a great exercise to do with your employees. Tell them you are implementing a relationship tax January 1st. The tax is for the relationship they have built with every customer during each interaction. Ask them what they will do as a result to ensure no customers complain about the new relationship tax. Typically, the answers employees come up with are simple ideas that they realize they should have been doing all along. When you can justify the relationship tax without actually charging for it, you start becoming irreplaceable in your customers' lives. You absolutely can become the brand customers can't live without. Focus on the micro moments. Help your team avoid empathy fatigue. Address the relationship deficit. Train your employees how to make an emotional connection on every interaction. Utilize relationship hacks and justify a relationship tax. The organizations who understand the human touch is the most important part of any experience, especially a great customer experience, will flourish. Thank you.
We love to read your reviews. Please be sure to share your comments and let us know what you're enjoying most on the podcast. And to hear more episodes, be sure to subscribe now on iTunes, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app. Thanks for listening and being part of the customer service revolution.